Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the GIga Geeks podcast, where we like to try and talk about something serious in the beginning, but it inevitably falls to shit at the end. Because why the heck not? Why wouldn't it, right? I mean, that's what we're here for. Is
A room
entertainment.
full of neurodivergence.
Yeah. So how are you doing? You're the only one here right now, Panda.
I'm doing good. I'm ready for Christmas to be over with. But that's just
You
because
got 1 week.
the child's birthday's the day after. That's the only reason why.
Mhm.
I don't care. I don't care about Christmas anymore.
So just 2 holidays, just right back to back.
Yeah. How was your week
Alrighty,
away from the wifey? Lies.
This is the first time I've ever felt the caffeine jitters again in like 10 years.
Lies? What did I lie about?
Hello, Kenny Kios.
Konnichiwa?
Are you there? Hello, wie geht es Ihnen?
Trying.
Oh,
Trying.
he's
there we go.
trying. Are you on your phone or are you still on the laptop?
On the
Does it say
laptop.
that you're frustrated on the phone?
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
How can you do that?
When you go into your name, you know that little
Headline.
box underneath that says like founder, host, whatever.
Shouldn't be
You
this-
just type in random shit in there.
Oh man. Well, at least you have frustrated.
Well, he's trying to get his system working, and it's just not happening.
Just let it ride. If you're glitchy,
Trying.
it's fine.
That's all I can say.
That's a little better.
A trying day.
I can see you moving now. That's a
But
start.
I'm here.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. It is the end of the year. It is 2024. Christmas is next week. We won't have an episode next week because of Christmas, because Christmas Eve is Tuesday.
Christmas. Ugh.
Yep, I am fairly excited, but my favorite time of the year had just happened. The 2024 Game Awards. I'm a big fan of the award ceremony.
Never heard of it,
Not-
never seen. Yeah.
Oh man, you're missing out because there were some really good games that got elected, and then some that
So
got elected, and
hostile.
we don't know how.
We-
So
Huh.
for those of you that are on, I don't know if you guys pay attention to the awards, but we're going to go down the list and just say the winners. The list is too long to go through all the nominees. So let's start off with the Player's Choice Award, ladies and gentlemen. Black Myth Wukong won out on that one, which is great. I thought it was going to be somewhere in the running. Best Esports Team, T1 for League of Legends. I don't know anybody that plays League of Legends. Yeah, I do. We don't talk anymore.
Wait. What about League?
I was just thinking about somebody that plays League of Legends. I don't have anybody that plays League of Legends I know. And then I thought for a second, the one person that I do know, we don't talk anymore.
Is it the same person that we don't talk to anymore?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Hammerdick. Best esports athlete. Like some of these I don't even know. Like who the hell is Faker? That's better. I can definitely see you now.
That's much better.
Because I'm on my phone now.
Best esports game, League of Legends. Best VR AR game, Batman Arkham Shadow. You know, there are a few games that I would love to have some VR for, and that's one of them.
Wait.
Best sports racing game, EA Sports Formula, was it FC25? What were you saying, Panda?
What was the Batman one?
It was the best VR AR game, Batman Arkham Shadow. You actually play as Batman.
Yeah, I've heard it's actually pretty good.
I've seen some like gameplay of it, and it's phenomenal looking.
Yeah.
Best sim strategy game, Frostpunk 2 was the winner there.
Man.
Best family game, Astrobot.
I know you were
Best
excited about that.
communities. Listen, we're gonna get there here in a minute, okay? And I have no qualms about family game. That's where it should be.
Yeah.
Best community support was Baldur's Gate 3, which is great. They've been taking care of their community the whole time. I think it's fantastic. I cannot wait until the new classes come out sometime next year. I really want to play that as a necromancer. Innovation and accessibility. The winner was Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Did anybody play that?
No.
Prince of Persia.
No.
A lot of these
neither.
games, Wow, Darkstar, you're just now following me. I hate you. You don't love me.
Oh, maybe they should follow me. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here with us, follow me too.
Don't follow my friend.
Best fighting game, Tekken 8. You know, I haven't played like a good fighting game in years.
I haven't
Especially
played
I
anything in
I
I
years.
loved
game.
Taken as a kid. Never played it as an adult.
I
I
kind of
still
got
buy all the Mortal Kombats.
like the last time I played a fighting game was probably like 5-6 years ago.
Injustice was the last time I played a
Yeah.
fighting game. Injustice 2.
Injustice damn good.
Yeah, it was. I have the graphic novels of that too, and it's phenomenal. Best action game, Black Myth Wukong, once again. Best action adventure game. Okay, see, the Astrobot won that. Content creator, ladies and gentlemen, we will be up there at some point in our lives. I'm gunning for it. The winner was Queso.
Which I am genuinely happy for that guy. He's absolutely enthralled. He wasn't expecting to win it.
No, I'm happy for him as well. I mean, any of these guys I'd be happy for because it takes a lot to start trying to get content out there and actually be impactful.
Yeah.
Games
The
for
bearded ginger
impact. Yeah, he wears like a
Okay.
hoodie and everything.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah, I've only seen like some of the stuff where people are talking about him.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of shows. He's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Games for impact, Neva. A lot of these I haven't even played. Closer to Distance, Indica. Life is Strange is probably the only one I've heard of, other than Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Tales of Zenzera, Zao.
Yeah,
That's a
that
mouthful. Yeah, exactly. Best role-playing game winner was Metaphor Refantasio, which is cool because I never really care much for JRPGs. I don't know about you guys, but anytime I see like a game that's not a Western dev, it's interesting, especially for something like over here. But knowing how many people play PlayStation doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's true.
Most anticipated game, Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't think that's
not
a
even up for
question.
Yeah.
These are what it went up against. Death Stranding 2 on the beach, Ghost of Yotai, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay, so it was got some competition, but I mean,
As far
Kinda
as the
looking
amount of
forward
people that would
to-
be looking for it,
yeah,
Grand Theft Auto won that. I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter Wilds.
I'm looking forward to Monster Hunter. But as little as I play Monster Hunter, it's still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Grand Theft Auto.
Gay.
I'll play it for the
You're gonna be
story.
waiting for
I'm not.
another,
I
like,
never
4
got into
years.
like the online portion of it. I did get into the online portion of Red Dead 2, though. That was fun.
See, I
Like,
tried really hard to get into Red Dead 2 online, but no.
I didn't give Red Dead Online enough of a chance, I think. It seemed fun, I just didn't give it enough of a chance.
I liked being a bounty hunter. That's really the reason why I played it.
I think my biggest issue with doing online was somebody that we know was supposed to help me and was just kind of like, no, you just gotta play the game. Like, then why'd
yeah.
you have me join you?
Now, this next one's actually pretty cool because best independent game and best indie game or debut indie game are the same thing, and it was Balatro. It was a card game, a roguelike card game that actually has been getting really, really good reviews.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that, yesterday?
Yeah, and one guy made it, and and he won 2 things. Like, he didn't even think he was gonna. And it's just crazy that like somebody can put in forth that effort and like make something that impacts the masses. And I think really what helped him was it's on Steam, it's on Xbox, it's on I'm sure it's on PlayStation, and it's on phones and tablets.
Yeah.
And card games like that typically work, like Hearthstone did back in the day. Gwent from The Witcher saw success on like handhelds like that. Magic's doing really well on it.
Yeah. Don't forget to mention the name. It's Bellatreo.
Balatro.
Bellatrix Lestrange?
It looks interesting. Just it's a subversion of poker.
If I was more interested in card games, maybe I would have given it a try, but it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive either. I think it's like $14.
Yeah.
Best multiplayer game, Helldivers 2 beat everything. I'm not surprised, to be honest.
He can get the dream job working at the mall as Santa. All those single moms.
What did I?
Polar Knights.
Polar
Kenny is so
Knights.
lucky he can get the dream job working at the mall as Santa. All those single moms.
You leave me in my snort alone.
Polar Knights. Are you the one from Norway?
I think so. From
I
last
think it
I
might
remember.
be.
Was it?
Go.
Yeah.
See,
Look at
I pay
us
attention.
go.
Yeah, baby.
Look at our memories just
trying to make
popping.
fans.
Here, there you go, Reckless. I don't have one in here most
God,
times.
I love this mug. My Krampus mug is fantastic. Now,
Don't abuse your powers, Reckless.
One of my favorite awards was the best adaptation. And it was the one I was looking forward to the most. The nominees were Arcane, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft, and the winner that beat them all out was the one and only Fallout TV show.
Which was an amazing.
What?
It was so fucking good. And I'm so glad they did, because my buddies were like, oh, Xbox didn't win shit. Well, Senua's Saga won a few things. Fallout won something. Those are all Xbox related. Like, chill, guy. Now, best audio was actually Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and I can't imagine that anything else would have been able to compare, because the game is notorious for the audio. Like, you have to play it with headphones.
Yeah, you cannot play that game without headphones. And it is amazing. I have to agree with that 100%.
Mm-hmm. Best score and music was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And to be fair, Final Fantasy has always had a stellar soundtrack. I'm not big into playing Final Fantasy, but their
music is always
soundtracks are fantastic. You know, Polar, you are very correct. Most of the Game Awards was cringe, but you know what? I like to watch the dumpster fire.
That's why I'm your uncle.
Yeah, exactly. Best performance. The winner was Melina Jurgens for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. She was the main character,
Yeah.
which was fantastic.
Yeah, she put documentary on her for this first one, and she puts everything into it.
Did you watch the documentary on making it?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Best narrative was Metaphor Refantasio again. Best mobile game, Balatro. Now, see, this is where I'm gonna get very mad. Balatro won three things, and typically the games that have won more than one or two categories comes out on top. Not saying that the one that didn't, but I'm just saying that it I'll get into my reasoning here in a few minutes.
Mhm.
Best art direction, Metaphor Refantasio. Best ongoing game, Helldivers 2, which is another thing to like applaud them for, because what is so unique about Helldivers 2 is they actually have one person that's in charge of the way the world's reacting. He's basically like a dungeon master is to D&D. You have all these players, but you have the one guy that's pulling the strings for everything. And to be able to like have one guy do all of that and like influence what's going to happen next in the game,
Yeah.
stellar. I think that's like a great game model for something that's a lot ongoing like that. Like he takes what's going on in one sector and like applies different mechanics to another. It's fantastic. Best game direction, Astrobot. And now we're gonna come
That game
into
is. Hold on.
it's a PlayStation game. Of course you don't.
Yeah, it's PlayStation exclusive.
Oh,
Now
Alex.
this is where I'm gonna get into it. The game of the year. The nominees were Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, which I feel shouldn't have been
Yes, I hydrated.
included because it's a DLC. It's not a full game. I think a full game has to be game of the year. That's
Yeah,
just my personal opinion.
Kind of in the title, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Final
Slightly
Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Isn't Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth like a remake?
The only
Yes.
Final Fantasy I ever played was
But
7,
it's
the original
so
one.
good.
And then I just never got back into it.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue. Like, if a DLC can be game of the year, then I guess a remake can too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metaphor Refantasio was another one, and it won quite a bit. But the winner of the Game of the Year awards was Astrobot.
I was going with Dragon Age Veilguard.
I will kick you off this podcast right now. No, my issue with Astrobot is, and I'm not saying that it's not a good game. I'm not biased when it comes to exclusives. I like games in general. My issue with Astrobot is it is a platformer that utilizes Sony's IPs as its hook.
Okay.
Such as God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, it has levels within the game based on that. Like, it's like a mashup game. And I'm not saying it just doesn't feel creative to me. It feels like a love letter to Sony. And over the last 10 years, the Game of the Years have always felt like a love letter to Sony.
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't followed it enough to know up until recently, but looking back at it, it's been Sony. It's been Sony and Sony. So
Well, let me pull up.
Like I said to you the other day, maybe Sony
nuts.
Game of the Awards. Everybody else is making games to be fun.
Yeah. And let's look at this, because I'm not saying that they don't deserve it, because that's definitely not true. I'm just saying that it feels kind of biased. And here's the thing. The Game of the Awards Game of the Year awards that we know of now, the one that Geoff Keighley hosts, that started in 2014.
Yeah.
Ooh. Gross.
Dragon Age Inquisition won in 2014. Fantastic game, definitely well earned.
Yeah.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt 2015.
Very good.
These few three are not affiliated with any system right now. Overwatch won 2016, and it went up against Doom and Titanfall 2, which is crazy, and Uncharted 4,
What?
A Thieves End. Like, there was competition.
Yeah, for sure.
2017, you have Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, PlayerUnknown Battleground, PUBG, Super Mario Odyssey, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, Breath of the Wild ran away with that award.
Well,
Now,
Zelda's.
this is...
Oh, go for it.
No, keep going. What were you going to say about Zelda?
Zelda is just always such a powerhouse, anyways. I mean, it's got the fan back. You put out good games. Can't speak ill of Zelda.
No, and it's just like Final Fantasy. I don't play it myself, but I respect the hell out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's made it pretty far.
And this is where we start getting into what I'm talking about. Because 3 years in a row, 2018, 2019, and 2020, a PlayStation game won.
Yeah.
God of War won 2018, and it went up against Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, Marvel's Spider-Man. See, Marvel's Spider-Man, it was another Sony game. You had two Sony games fighting for Game of the Year that year. Monster Hunter World and Red Dead Redemption 2. And arguably, I would have went Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
It was such a stellar game.
I can't speak of any of the other games because I haven't played, and I don't want to go out there and say, "Oh, this is deserve it." But
I luckily beat God of War 2018 on my Steam Deck, so I played it, and I'm like, this isn't like I like God of War. I understand why people like it, but as far as like what I would have rather have played, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. Just even the opening scene, I mean, so majestic, so beautiful, so enthralling. It just sucks you in the first 10 minutes if you can get past all the snow.
Yeah, but that snow physics is fantastic.
That snow physics was, yeah, I agree with you. It was amazing.
Now, 2019. Now, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is no longer an exclusive, but at the time that it released in 2019, it was a PlayStation exclusive, like a timed exclusive. It didn't come over until a lot later. And that's how PlayStation gets like a lot of these companies, is that they pay for timed exclusives just because they're scared Xbox might actually pull something out of their hat, which they haven't.
Yeah.
Both companies are like, PlayStation's playing on a Battlefield all by itself because Xbox, it just flew away and said, nah, I'm gonna do something different. But 2019, you had Sekiro, however you pronounce that, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds.
I've heard The Outer Worlds is just such a horrible game. Nobody likes that game. Oh yeah, that's right. You love it.
You fucking asshole. Yeah, I love it. It's a great game. You should play it. It's on Game Pass.
I do want to play it. It's on my list. I'm just still trying to get through some of the Death Stranding and Indiana. And
I put down Death Stranding, and it's not because it's a bad game. It's just that we've talked about this before. The pacing on it is
Let's be a mailman.
not the best.
Do I want to know?
Now, Polar, did you play it? Because did you play Death Stranding? Because it's definitely not a mailman game. Yes, you're delivering packages, but there's a deeper story than that. But it takes half the game to get to that point. and that's what I'm fighting about.
Yeah, that's what I'm fighting about too. Is just it's a beautiful game, well done. Just does not suck me in.
No, exactly. Like it's beautiful. I like playing it when I'm playing it, but wanting to play it when I'm not is the issue.
Yep.
Which was why it played so well on my Steam Deck, because I could be anywhere and pick it up and be like, "Oh yeah, cool. Let's go deliver some shit." But playing it on my TV, I can't get into it.
No.
It's probably because you're
Um,
actually on something moving while
Yeah.
you're playing it.
2022, we have The Last of Us Part 2. Once again, Sony game. So that's 3 years in a row that Sony came out on top.
Yeah.
And it went up against Animal Crossing New Horizons, which everybody was fucking playing that year.
Oh
'Cause
my
that was
god.
COVID.
Yeah, I had to buy a fucking Switch for that game.
So dumb.
Yeah. Doom Eternal. I remember when that came out because I beat Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal on the hardest difficulty in a week because my wife and I were living with my in-laws at the time.
Yeah.
And I was getting paid to stay at home. So I think there was like 2 months where I just stayed at home and played video games and got paid to do it. It was phenomenal.
Yeah. I like that game.
It went up and the same year you also had Final Fantasy 7 remake. Okay. Why? Jesus, Final Fantasy 7. And this is my other argument. Ghost of Tsushima, another Sony interactive game, was up for nomination that year. And then Hades. Now, I think if you are going to get something nominated for Game of the Year, you should only be
Batman
allowed
Saved
one
You.
game per company
Yeah,
or
I
per
have to,
publisher.
I think if there's games out there, you know, if Sony comes out with 80 fucking games that are just knocked down, drag out, phenomenal, and Xbox comes out with 80 great games that are just fun but not phenomenal, give it to Sony. I'm all for that, you know. Give
I
it to
agree. However, the other issue with the Game Awards is that they're all nominated via the press. Like
Yeah.
gamers have no say in it, and I think that's ridiculous. Gamers should have a say in official awards such as this.
Yeah.
And then we get back to what was that?
Even if it's just like maybe a third of the vote or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, something. I agree with you on that.
2021, It Takes Two. Hazelight Studios came out and won that.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
for
that was
Electronic
such a
Arts.
good game.
Yeah, it
I
was.
loved
It
playing
deserved
that. I
it.
want to
It
play that with
definitely
Greg
deserved
again.
it. It went up against Deathloop, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, and then Resident Evil Village. But I like the fact that Takes Two won because it was a smaller studio and they created an experience that was unique.
I loved that they also knew exactly who their target audience was going to be, because like when Greg and I played it together, it was just a whole like, oh my gosh, like that reference, like oh my gosh, that's from this, like
It's definitely not a kid's game.
oh my gosh,
It looks
no.
like it, but it's not.
And that's what really threw us off at first, because we were like, oh, like we skipped one part of the like beginning cutscene, and then we're like, whoa, what just happened?
Now we get back to 2022, and I'm very glad that Elden Ring won 2022 because you have A Plague Tale
Was that
Requiem.
really 2022?
Plague Tale,
Yeah.
right? God, that was a good game.
But it went up
Gosh,
against
that's forever ago.
Xenoblade Chronicles, which was a Nintendo game, and then you have 3 games that at the time were either a Sony Interactive Entertainment published game or a Sony exclusive game. And those 3 were God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Stray. Now, Stray, I don't have an issue with because it was Annapurna Interactive. And Sony just paid for the exclusivity, which is fine, but it wasn't a Sony published game. God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West, I feel, should not have been going against each other. They should have picked one. Like, it's ridiculous. 2023, not that far ago, Baldur's Gate 3 by Larian Studios definitely won that, mopped the floor with everything. It was such a good game.
That's the one where you can kick a squirrel, right?
What?
Yes, yes, yeah. It who wants to do body painting? Somebody wants me to do body painting? Is that what
Polar
this is?
Knights does. I mean, whatever floats your boat.
I mean, maybe I should start an OnlyFans. I'll do it.
You're on your own on that
Body
one. I'm not.
painter.
When I'm not.
Daddy's got
Yeah.
Legos to pay for.
I'm sending something.
Oh my gosh.
In 2023, Baldur's Gate went up against Alan Wake 2, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which I'm surprised. Like, it probably put up a good fight, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, and Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Yeah, I heard it's a great game, but that's Sony.
Yeah. And in 2024, we have Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy VII again, and Metaphor Refantasio.
And Dragon Age Veilguard.
It's a good thing I have my Psychotic Rage stabilizer right here.
Wait, so hold on. Repeat. So Final Fantasy VII
Rebirth.
remake?
Rebirth. They already had a remake, and that was in... Where was that?
2019?
So that one was a
2020.
PlayStation
2020.
exclusive one. Well, they
7
both
was?
are. Just kidding. Yeah.
PlayStation exclusive doesn't matter to me. What matters is PlayStation producing a game
I know.
and then having
but...
multiple games. Because
Okay, was it Reunion
exclusives are dying.
that got for this
Exclusive.
year? Because that one was 22.
Regardless, Final Fantasy VII again. Like,
Again.
come on.
Which one was it?
I think
That's what I'm-
Rebirth, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't a remake. It was a sequel, if I'm not mistaken.
So then it would have been Reunion.
God, there's that many of them.
Or no, that's a prequel. But yes.
This is why I can't get into any of the Final Fantasy games.
I loved playing the original, and
I have to. So
it never drew me back, though.
No.
oh,
But
I can. Final Fantasy is
this entire topic has me in a different mindset, however, is what I personally would pick as a game of the year. For me, like for my own personal game of the year. And I wanted to know if you guys have game of the years. Like, what did you play? And it doesn't have to be something that came out this year either. It could be anything you played that actually like sticks out in your mind for what you played this year.
Yeah, there's a few that stick out in my mind. Obviously, I love my racing. I love Forza sports. Still Wakes Deep. I know we beat that one kind of to death on the podcast, but great game. Indiana so far has stuck out to me quite a bit too.
Now,
yeah, Grail's been on Space Marine 2 for a hot minute this year.
Grail, my game of the year was Space Marine 2, and it's not because I played any extra amount of time. I beat the campaign, and that was enough for me. And the reason why it's my game of the year is because it was straightforward, it was level based, it was a story, it was good, and they didn't pander. They didn't try to do something they weren't. They just were focused on creating a good game.
And that's the reason I've been so into Indiana. It's not that, I'm a fanboy of Indiana Jones and all that. It's just, it feels like a game that was made by somebody who loves video games, plain and simple.
Mhm. Which is perfect. And I think the devs for Space Marine 2 understood the assignment. That's really what it is. Because you have this universe that is very grim, it's very dark, it's violent. Nobody's the good guy. Like you have this setting that is so hard to adapt because people want to be the good guy. That's not the case in anything Warhammer. And it just encapsulated that feeling the entire time, and it was just so fucking good. And the gameplay was phenomenal as well. Like the shooting felt like it fit. The combat, it felt like, not only that, you're these 1,000-ton Marines running around in heavy armor, and it feels it. Like when I was running around, you could feel the weight of your armor as you ran through corridors,
which is awesome.
And it was just so well done, and it's stuck in my mind for the last year. And it's not, I've slowly gotten into like Warhammer as a genre.
Please don't.
I wish I'd gotten it.
I can't afford to keep you in Warhammer shit.
No. You're not gonna have to worry about getting me Warhammer shit. That's on me. But as far as like the universe, I've been slowly getting into more and more of the games. Like my next game on my list in the Warhammer universe is Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader.
Yeah.
You really should be talking to Grail about this stuff because he's all about that.
Well, one of
That's
my
all
favorite
he's
games last year was Warhammer Bolt Gun, which is a boomer shooter like Doom.
Boomer shooter? I've never heard that term before.
It's a newer term referring to the retro feel of a shooter game. Like if you think of like Doom 94 and the original Doom games, those would be considered boomer shooters.
Duke Nukem kind of thing.
Duke Nukem, yeah. Wolfenstein, the original Wolfensteins.
Yeah.
Bolt Gun was it. I'll send you. It was on Game Pass for a while, and I'll send you a trailer for it later. Yeah,
Actually,
exactly. It's part of canon too.
Yeah, I'm watching.
What was that? Yeah, and as far as like the way it plays, fantastic. Nails the vibes. Yeah. It's just awesome game.
I just can't believe it's a boomer shooter. That makes me feel old.
Well, there's a lot of them
out
now. Like Coltic is another one. Forgive Me Father 1 and 2, those are boomer shooters.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of that retro classic feel of them.
Oh yeah.
And I'm slowly getting into them more and more, and it's phenomenal.
I'm
Like
here for the games. Oh Jesus.
Panda, you never told us what your game of the year was.
Oh God.
Hogwarts.
Truthfully, it's Hogwarts.
Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah.
That has to be the one where like I'll hyperfixate on a game for so long, and then I have to like break my own monotony with it, and Hogwarts is my go-to with that one.
I think I played
like I can't say that I'm into I never really got into Harry Potter all that much.
See, and that's what I love is like Luke to Star Wars is me and Harry Potter.
Like, yeah.
That's how my wife is.
I finally got the child into Harry Potter, and my life is complete.
Jordan she's getting a Lego. God, what's that plant name?
Oh, yes, I know which one you're talking about. Like the root
Yeah, what the Shrieker? No,
Uh,
not the Shrieker.
The
mandrake or something.
mandrakes?
Mandrake. It's the Mandrake. She's getting the Lego Mandrake
Good for her.
Oh.
for Christmas.
That just made me think
She-
of the video that I sent you
she-
earlier about like the guy coming in with that huge Star Wars Lego set, and then the wife has the tiny flower one.
Yeah, especially if you see the wall here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I was trying to see how many hours I put into Hogwarts Legacy. I know I put like 70 or between 40 and 70 hours in. And the reason why is because I was just like collecting everything. I was just going around and collecting everything. And then at that point, I was like, I need to stop. I stopped. And I think what really got me was customizing the room of requirement. Ken and I talked about this
Oh,
a while back, or today
see,
actually. And I like pre-built shit. I like the gameplay, but as far as like decorating and stuff, not my cup of tea.
I love
I
decorating.
found
Like
out that you can do so much more with decorating the room of requirement. And I'm
I
so
get that.
happy about it. It's like
I'm happy you're happy.
I'm happy she's happy.
Which is a term my wife would use
kind of
when
got
she
like
doesn't
the
really care.
Fallout. What was
The
it that I
settle-
played? 74.
Okay,
76.
see, that's the only game
Like-
that I actually dove into for customization was Fallout.
See,
Couldn't get to
and
it.
I realized that when I wasn't playing with Greg, that's all I did in that game. And I was like, this is stupid. Like, why am I playing this game?
That's what my wife does too. She calls it apocalyptic Sims.
Yeah.
Which
That's
fair.
Yeah.
I'm assigning people to work at my Slocum Joe's. Yes.
Yeah.
Every settlement has a Slocum Joe's. I'm trying to keep it true to Boston and the area.
Boston.
Where there's Dunkin' Donuts next to a Dunkin' Donuts. Literally down the street from my house, there's a gas station that has a Dunkin' Donuts in it, and then a standalone Dunkin' Donuts in the parking lot right next to it.
We have one Dunkin' Donuts in this city.
I have none.
Yeah, because it's a northeastern thing. Is Winchell still around down there?
Nope.
Man, I miss Winchell's.
Never heard of that either.
We've got Dutch Brothers everywhere. That's what we've got.
My
I
wife
got
wants
Dutch
to try
Bros,
Dutch
like-
Brothers. Krispy
Dutch
Kreme?
Brothers. Krispy Kremes. We just got our
Krispy
first Krispy Kremes in the area about 3 months ago.
I was going to say there
We
wasn't
just
one in
got a
Aurora
Popeyes.
before I left.
There,
Ooh, I
yeah,
like
there's
Popeyes.
one going now for a fact. But
See how fast we stayed good about 40 minutes into this, and now we
45.
just reverted to
Now we're
food.
back
It's
to
great. See, when I started the podcast, I was like, we're gonna try and stay on topic the first half. The second half is gonna fall to shit. Just watch.
and the thing is, I don't even like.
think we have any Dunkin' Donuts in the Pacific Northwest, Reckless. I think we're SOL.
What were you saying, Ken?
I don't even like coffee, so this isn't my fault. I did not get off on the coffee thing.
I drink
See, my
more
thing with
than
Dutch
enough
Bros
coffee
is
to
the
kill us three.
Oh my gosh. That's the thing that's truthfully going to kill me when I move to the East Coast is I'm not going to have mixed Red Bull.
You're
Yeah.
moving to the West Coast?
I'm moving to the East Coast.
Oh, you're moving to the East Coast? When are you moving out here? Where are you moving?
I'm moving in July. I'm moving close to Greg.
Virginia, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's not close enough.
Oh, I don't care. I will drive like 6 to 8 hours. I told him, I was like, we're making trips. Like, we're going to go see Luke. We're going to go see Geth. We're going to go see my friend Misty up in New York. Like, we got places to go, and I have people to see.
Well, if you drive to New York, I'll get you on the train.
Bet.
Who wants to go to New York anyway? Yeah.
I don't like going to New York any more than I have to, except for that one deli that I like to frequent at the station. They know my name and they know my order.
See, I love that. I love when I can go to places and do that.
It's hard to miss the fat guy in an Amtrak uniform with a beard. There's a lot of us out here, but I'm very particular.
And you're not fat.
I mean,
Not anymore, no. This is just
just
deceiving
husky.
right there.
You're svelte.
I'm a dwarf.
You've never been on a train?
Reckless. I was on a train the other day for work.
You're on a train all the time.
I am on the train all the time. It's great. Grown man gets paid to play with trains.
I've only been on trains in Europe. That's it.
All right. Let's get to the last topic of the show.
Yes,
we
we
can
made
talk
it
about
this
whatever.
far.
I know, but let's get the last thing. So next year, 2025, New Year of Gaming.
Yep.
There's been a lot of rumors. There's been a lot of announcements. There's been a lot of things that are planned to come out. I know
don't even
Panda
know
probably
what-
isn't paying attention to any of it.
Nope.
I am.
I will help her. She is probably looking forward to Fable. The
Yeah.
new Fable's supposed to
that
come out
much.
next year.
I
I'm
know that
also looking
much.
forward to it. A huge fan of Fable. I'm currently looking forward to Avowed.
Avowed, yeah.
But what, Panda?
But the shitty part about Fable is guess where it's not going to be. So truthfully, my only answer to this that I'm looking forward to in 2025 is getting a new Xbox.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm
I don't
talking
even
about.
care about the games anymore at this point because I can't play any of them.
You won't have to. You just get Game Pass when you get a new Xbox.
Yeah.
I know.
That's it.
But that's the thing is I can't play.
Yeah.
There was
Why?
okay.
Why don't you
like
look forward
Marvel-
to? Why don't you look into
don't
their
think
payment
so.
plan where you can pay for the Xbox and Game Pass at the same
I'm
time?
very much thinking about it. I so
get it.
am.
But I have my Series X.
I just gotta make sure that like buying a house is like my priority right now.
So you
Ken,
know,
how much do you pay for yours?
mine's paid off now, but I paid $34 a month, and the way that it worked out, I think it was actually cheaper than buying it outright and a year of Game Pass. I think it was like $50.
I know. I need to.
Yeah.
See,
But-
we have firsthand experience.
That was one
Nothing
thing that I
Yeah.
was really looking forward to was once everyone started playing Marvel Rivals. I was like, man, the fact because even the fact that Derek of all people knew that the only person I'm going to be playing is Rocket, and it's my benefit that he's
Rocket's the best, yeah.
healed. And that's all it like.
Oh, girl.
I'd
It's
like just
Marvel-
watching Squirrel Girl.
Marvel Overwatch.
Yeah,
Now-
actually, I just
Everyone's
downloaded.
That's my issue. Is it's Marvel Overwatch, and I'm not a fan of Overwatch in the first place. I played a few rounds, and I
I
was
love
like, yeah, I'm
Overwatch.
done.
You know that I am a Marvel stan. I love Marvel, everything Marvel. I've been reading Marvel for longer than you've been alive. I'm gonna try it.
That's the reason why I tried it too, because I like the IP, but I just couldn't like gameplay and wise. I just can't.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Yeah, see, and that's why, because Greg was telling me all the characters, and I was like, oh my gosh, they have Rocket, and they're like, yeah,
Have Jeff,
and he's heals, and I'm like,
Jeff the Land Shark.
Jeff the Land Shark.
Jeff's broken right now. I've been reading an article around it. Like people are
Yeah.
mad about Jeff. It's just fucking funny.
I'm not paying attention to anybody else.
I actually got Kay into reading Jeff comics.
That's good. That's great.
What about
But
Adam Fall?
anywho,
Adam Fall?
Adam Fall looks good. It looks like a British kind of Fallout type of game, and it will be on Game Pass day one. It is on my list.
what is that
A few-
one?
another one. I saw Borderlands 4.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I will own it because I own all the other ones. However, I don't know what it is about Fallout. It should be on my list. It hits all my check boxes for what I want in a video game, but it just doesn't land for me for some reason.
And you said Fallout.
What was that?
You said Fallout. You mean Borderlands?
Borderlands. Like it hits all my
Wow.
check boxes.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you didn't like it, especially with all the customization you could do.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just at a certain point, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the reason why is because I don't rush the story. I play all the side stuff while I'm doing it, and then there's just so much to do. At a certain point, I'm like, yeah, this is not what I want to do anymore.
Yeah. You want to know what you want to be surprised about something? You know what game I'm looking forward to? The new Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Now that looks interesting. It's not something that's particularly on my radar. However, it does. I've played a Dynasty Warriors or two in the past, and I remember how like big the battles are.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what they do with the modern tech.
Yeah, it's watching a trailer of it right now, and it I can't believe they got that many people on screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing what they've always been able to do.
Well, obviously, I'm looking forward to The Outer Worlds 2, which is also supposed to come out next year.
There's going to be a
the
new
game
Star
of
Wars?
Huh?
I'm looking at things because I'm like, I'm so out of the loop, but I'm seeing like there's supposed to be a new Star Wars.
Always.
I mean, there's supposed to be a new show.
Yeah, they've got to milk Star Wars for everything it's worth.
2025
More Star Wars and more Star Wars.
Upcoming game releases.
Mafia: The Old Country looks extremely good.
Yeah. Dispatch. Oh my God, Dispatch.
Dispatch is another one. It's where you play a dispatcher for superheroes and you send them out to do missions and shit.
Yeah.
That looked fantastic.
Kind of looks like one of those, like almost Invincible, that kind of cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm actually I'll be purchasing that one day one.
We'll do a review on that. I'll purchase it too.
There's supposed to be a new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's
When
Creed.
isn't there?
It says February. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
What's this one called? Like
Shadows. It might be delayed again. This is like the third time they've delayed it.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be out already.
Ubisoft has been having issues with their shit. There's rumor that they are looking to be bought out. Dying Light the Beast. I still need to play Dying Light 2.
Yeah. Sniper Elite.
Sniper Elite's kind of one of those games that they just bring out every year or every other year too.
I love Sniper Elite.
I do too. It's good for like a good like time to slow down and shoot something.
Yeah.
Elden Ring Night Rain comes out sometime next year. I don't have the other one. What I am excited for is Dave the Diver's In the Jungle DLC. Now I'm currently playing Dave the Diver on my Steam Deck, and I like it way fucking more than I thought I did or would. Because it's one of those games I bought on sale when it was like for $3 or $4.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll add it to my library, and I just downloaded it, and then I started playing it, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Ubisoft is so bad that they can't fix a wet dream in a house of pleasure.
That's a good one. and here's the thing. I can't I currently got, I'm not going to say which game, but I'm currently a Ubisoft insider. Like I'm playing one of their insider builds for a game, and it's one that I really like. And not a lot of people do. But it just, as I'm playing it, I'm like, you're not really changing the bar here. And that's I think their biggest issue.
They're just milking everything.
Yeah, like they just keep bringing out Assassin's Creed, which was fine when Assassin's Creed had a formula to follow.
Or Assassins.
Yeah, that too. Oh, Doom: The Dark Ages. I can't wait for that.
Apparently, they're doing Lost in Random again, which was kind of a cute game. I played it for a little while and then it just got, I don't know.
I have it on Steam and Xbox. I haven't touched it.
It's
Anos
like, it's okay.
117.
How do we feel
Yeah.
about Civilization?
NASCAR.
Okay. Civilization. That's a game that Jordan and I will be buying day one. We are huge Civilization players.
Yeah, I thought you didn't like the last one that much.
6, I love. 4 sucked. At 5, I wasn't a big fan of those. I put the shit out of them, but I wasn't a fan. Let's see.
Oh,
I have it.
what was...
There it
I
is.
think
Civ 6. You know how many hours I have in Civ 6? Which isn't a lot comparatively to what I have in Starfield.
I'm going to guess at least 3.
I have 1,133 hours.
I was right.
Jesus.
That's not a lot. That's not a lot, especially for a sim game or a Civ game.
Yeah, I played 1 and 2 religiously.
I'm excited to play this one because this will be the first time that Civilization is coming out natively on console, which means that they're not sending it out to another studio to port it over. They're building this in-house with the rest of the game.
Yeah, I thought I owned 6, but I don't think I played more than maybe a half an hour.
The issue with 6 is the Asper, which is the guys that have been porting everything.
Yeah.
Ported it to the Switch first. It ran okay, but you couldn't play bigger than like a standard map, which is fine. But you brought it to a console that is a powerhouse and it can't do more than a standard game. We're having issues here. Like, I have all the DLC. I have the anthology edition for my Series X.
I have it as well.
But it crashes around turn 250, and that's halfway through a normal game.
Yeah. They take hours. It's what I loved about the first one.
Exactly. I had games that took months. Not months, but like it took days to play through. And so when they announce what they're doing with this one, I'm really excited to see how this one goes.
Me too.
So it will be one that I buy day and date. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to pay for the Xbox version or the PC version first.
Yes.
I'd say the Xbox for you, because if you're something you enjoy playing with your wife, then why not with that?
And well, here's the thing. She plays on her computer, I play on my computer, and then we sit and watch TV together.
Then do it on the PC.
I think really the issue is trying to get Jordan into a new game. Like, she's already spent this much time in 6. She's comfortable with it. For her to learn like new mechanics every time a new game comes out, I'm not saying it's tough, but I can understand how she feels about it.
So that's one thing that I absolutely love about Greg is that he'll play a game for like a week before he has me play it. Because he knows I loathe learning a new game.
Well, see, so
he's just like, no,
that's
you have
my
to do
thinking.
it like this. And I'm like, yes.
I'll buy it for my Xbox because the other good thing about this is it's cross-platform.
Oh, thank God.
Ooh, see,
so I even if I only buy my Xbox copy, I can still play with her regardless. I'll end up buying the PC version because that's just who I am as a person.
It's that floor.
But
there it is.
Playing it on my 75-inch with the new graphics, I can't wait to see it. Like that was why I liked playing Civ 6 on my Xbox. Was it just looked so beautiful up on the big screen.
Yeah, I'm actually watching the trailer for 7 right now.
Biomutant. Oh my gosh. I've been trying to find this
great.
stupid game. And I kept forgetting the name of it. But
Biomutant?
that's one that's Biomutant, yeah.
That was not a good game.
Why? You get to play as a raccoon.
Trust me on this.
Don't
I own
crush
it.
my little
It was
heart.
not the best.
If she had fun with it, then she had fun with it, and it's a great game for her.
Okay, go buy it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I hated it.
Are you gonna get Civ, Ken?
Depends on where I'm at financially at the time, but there's a good chance of it. Yeah.
Because that'll be definitely something that I'd like to maybe stream, and we can do a multiplayer game together with.
Yeah. I'm all for that. Just
'Cause
depends on what I'm financially.
I love Civ. It's just so fun. But I have to be in the mood for it. It's one of those games because it's time consuming, and I just
Yeah. And with your little young ones running around.
knock on wood. Henry slept through the night for the last 3 nights.
Ooh, look out.
But I am sitting down.
That's why I knocked on wood, because I'm worried that I just jinxed it.
Yeah, I got to get that box sent out too. That's a different
You
thing.
done did it.
We do too. I still have your presents upstairs. I have not sent him anywhere.
I just got my dad's and part of the child's. And then tomorrow my stepmom's comes in, and then the last of the child's comes in.
I've got 2 boxes ready to go for Luke.
Holy shit! You do not need to get it that much.
I don't need to get any more. I already got it all.
Jesus Christ! I'm not wrapping any of your shit.
I was going to ask. Do I need to wrap the kids?
I'm lazy as fuck. Put a note in there for who's who's.
You already know who's who's. We've already talked about everything.
Exactly. And you guys wouldn't tell me what you wanted, so I had to improvise. Hope you like Golden Corral.
Yeah, I love Golden Corral.
You know what? I didn't go to a Golden Corral when I was here, or when I was there.
We don't have anything like that out here.
By the way, your
I thought they
cousin
did down in Virginia.
for you too.
Huh?
Your cousin's out buying Lego for you too.
Jesus Christ. I'm not mad.
You shouldn't be. Oh, and she's going. She found out the Hot Wheels that I'm buying you, so she's going to get some too.
You're just feeding into my addictions. This is not good.
No, it's because you're my nephew and I absolutely adore you and I love you. And shut up, you're gonna like it.
It's a good thing I don't do cocaine, because I don't think that'd come through the mail very easily.
Cocaine.
No. Or live animals. That's always a bad thing, but
Oh yeah. I mean, at this point, I'd send you Tonks, because she's been a pain in my ass.
yeah, Kay was doing shopping for you today.
I didn't know. I don't know what to get her. I already gave her an Xbox.
She doesn't. That's exactly right. You already got her something. Don't worry about it.
It's just what do I get Kay?
You don't have to get Kay anything, but she wants. She's loving the fact that she's got a cousin now too. So she's out getting you stuff. Well, she was earlier.
Aww.
Yeah,
She's adorable.
Sorry, you said you wanted to be around family. Our family buys stupid shit for each other.
I mean,
meant,
hey.
out here.
No, if I was out there, you'd be 300 pounds.
Me or him?
I mean, maybe. I'm still taking Ozempic, so we could try and put it to a test.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a semi-personal question about that?
No.
Me or him?
I'm kidding.
About
What do you got? I
Ozempic?
don't give a fuck.
How's your hair loss going?
He didn't have any to
I
begin
never
with.
had any to begin with. It doesn't matter to me.
Oh, well, lucky you then. Never mind.
I was losing it before I started. It just, yeah, he has hair.
44 years old, and I have a whole. He's not even fucking 4 yet. Bald.
I have a little bit of hair, Polar. I used to have a lot more than I do now, but like I started losing it and I just started shaving it because I'm tired of it.
I
Yeah.
think you look.
I used to be the guy that like cared so much about my hair and felt really self-conscious about it. But the moment I shaved it all off, like the moment I was sitting in the barber's chair and I was like, she was like, "Oh, what do you want?" I was like, "Take it all off. Fucking take it." She's like,
Done.
"Shave it all off?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I never get to do this. This is great." I paid a woman $20 to shave my head.
I bet you that was an amazing feeling.
Willingly shaving
my
your
wife has
head.
nothing to do with me going bald. Love my wife. She doesn't stress me out. I stress me out.
Your wife's pretty cool.
My wife
I
is
love
great.
Which is another reason why I need to make a trip up there. I gotta make friends with Jordan and Caitlin.
I was talking to your wife actually today.
Oh God, what about?
Nothing. Shut up. You don't know.
You don't need to know.
Nope. We were talking about Christmas of next year. Don't worry.
Oh, so when are you
Next
coming out for
year?
Christmas?
Why does it got to be Christmas that I got to come out for?
Well, you said Christmas next year.
Yeah, we were talking about what to get you for Christmas next year.
That's a year away.
I'm fucking planning. I'm old.
I mean, you got to. Like, if you didn't plan, you would forget to take your meds.
No, I have Alexa.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I have Alexa remind me every night at 9:45 to take my meds.
I actually took myself off my mood stabilizer. It's been
Atta
great.
girl. Mine's right here.
The
I
the
take my
mania is
meds.
kicking in hard.
I take my meds first thing in the morning when I wake up. Like it's just a routine now. And
Yeah,
then
so
and I only have to take one pill at night. So it's even if I miss it, it's not a big deal.
yeah, but I take like 30 pills a day.
Yeah, I take Losartan, Ozempic, Metformin, maybe a vitamin D pill if I care.
Yeah, I take
And
more
then-
than just a heart medicine.
Well, the Losartan's
Yeah,
not for my heart. It's not what it's prescribed for.
And I take more medicine than you do just for my heart.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Your heart sucks.
Yeah. If you don't know, Panda, I've had 2 heart attacks. I've got
Oh, so did my sister.
Bruh.
Yeah, I've got
What?
but I've got a permanent pacemaker, unlike your sister.
Oh, yeah. My sister's had 2 heart attacks, and she's younger than I am by a good, 6 years?
Yeah.
4 or 5, something like that.
God, it's sad that we have to question that. We're old.
I don't pay attention anymore.
Oxycontin. Man,
Fentanyl.
that's my problem. No,
You
Polar
know,
Knights was saying I only use this new American drug for my pain called Oxycontin.
Oh.
And I tell you what, that's
Take
why I
pain-
don't like taking pills.
I could take
Man, that sounds
hydrocodone.
good.
Yeah, that's about
That
the.
sounds really good too.
They won't prescribe me anything because of all the complications.
That shit knocks me on my ass. Hydrocodone. I'm so high.
I get those and still be
You
standing.
stay up through
It's
that
great.
though. Oh, it's so good. That's why I don't take pills.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time where my connection's starting to shit the bed.
Mine's been great.
And
Yeah, now
yeah,
that you're on your phone.
towards the end, yeah. But it's an hour and 10 minutes. We got our topics out of the way. We've chatted. We had a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell happened to Liam. He said he was going to be here, and then he just didn't.
He don't
Maybe
love
he's
me
been
no more.
here, and since he doesn't use a camera, he just hasn't said anything.
That's not the Liam we know.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what other universe you're from, but no.
Yeah, we love to have
Well,
you guys.
yeah, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like the show, please like and subscribe. If you want to be on it, please DM me, the Giga Gamer Dad, on Discord, YouTube, Twitter, anywhere you can find me. Please follow us, like, and subscribe. We'll catch you after the holidays. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.